Hey, love bugs, it's Rosalind back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly. Definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome into my returning subs, my growing, extended, beautiful family. Just thank you for the love and support. We're all going through different changes in our lives that is truly a blessing on so many different levels. We have came a long way. I know there's only going to get better from this here on out. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback to the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacts your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you have been see the videos as being informative, give you good vibes, inspiration, or uplift that you truly love and you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath going through trying times that needs spiritual guidance, comfort, validation towards life path, to even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated, and I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. The music that I'm listening to in the background is from Love Motives. Yeah, Love Motives channel. And is you can manifest anything you want. All angels, Sophigo tones, and divinity, 444 hertz meta power. And I will post that link. Oh, Jesus, that got loud. In the description box below. And the video, God, I was really they're making me do this video, and it's made to be okay. This video that I gotta do is Twin Flame 101, Heyokas, the domino effect of the alpha. Go prepare for the second coming. As soon as I said that, you see that light flick. Yeah, y'all, we're going through a second coming. I was like, this is a what now? I was like, what now? But then if you really allow yourself to really step back and see everything that's taking place in the world, people are like, oh, it's the rapture, it's end of times. This end of times of as we know it, it's going to be like a whole world reset. Why do you think they had the quarantine? To me, like I said, an IMO with this virus. I said it like almost a year ago. I said I wouldn't be surprised if they're bringing some kind of distraction of some kind of virus. I said that in my, what was it? If your ears are ringing, this is for you, or something like that. Or you have ringing in the ears, we're all going to a higher level of consciousness. They had us go through lockdowns so we can go through intense, intense like reflection on healing, and it's all about how you look at life. How you look at life is how you see itself. I see it is going through, everything is going under a major construction. It's going through major change. A lot of times you can see it looks like all hell's breaking loose, but it's bringing truth to the fort. You're seeing truth for what it is. It's not going to be pretty, but it's the truth. There's a lot of things that's been being swept up under the table that now people are, making sure it's like out in the open. There's no more hiding from that. It's either, okay, these things are happening. What are you going to do? That's why it's like our vibrations, the frequencies are so high where we're draining different electronics. It's like we're knocking stuff out. The children, I don't like saying the autism, but there's children that are extra blessed, that they're going through major changes, that they'll know something before you do. It's like they've been putting they're like your little silent empath alarms that are in your house, that maybe, I know there's a different level of autism, but it's like they're going through a whole 360. It don't went, Went a couple of times on 360 where it's totally out the norm. They're seeing things. There's a lot of people that I connect with that have autistic children, and I connect with them on that spiritual realm. They come to me and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, okay, hey. They're like, hey, Ross, da, 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 and start telling me stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. You know, and it is going through a major change. That's the reason why there's a lot of things that, darkness wants you to stay in your ego type views. They want you to stay in that low frequency. You know, there's a lot of things that's being brought to you that you maybe second guess, like you didn't really want to believe that was taking place. And it was just like, I've been seeing this for a while, and I'm like, is this nah? Because it was the movies I was watching. It was like all a mirror image of different things that I was seeing. I was seeing the Vatican tapes where a girl was like the Alpha and Omega, where it was the coming of the Antichrist. They were talking about false prophets. You know what I'm saying? But this is the second coming of Christ. A lot of things are being, transferred in His power. The way things are coming. That's the reason why we keep on feeling there's something very powerful coming. There are some people that will start going to a world panic and think there's something bad coming. It's just something that's very foreign that we have not witnessed. At least we have, but we don't, everything was wiped out when we got here. So there's a lot of things that may seem familiar. It's kind of like deja vu that you can feel like it's going through infinite change. That had to take place. That's where a lot of the people, like when I said that virus came, I really don't think they think it's, the COVID-19 virus. I really don't think they know what it is, because there's a lot of people that are making through this stuff. What they're saying is so deadly. There's a lot of people that are able to walk around and not catching it, because I really feel like empaths can't catch it. And if it is, it's probably their time for that soul contract is ended, and they need to be over there with the 1044. So it's like a lot of different things are taking place in our lives that they need us to pay attention to where we're getting placed into that. We had to go through extreme things. So when stuff hits the fan the way it really does, you already done been through it. There's nothing that's going to be able to penetrate you like Teflon. It's like nothing can mess with you. And that's what makes you very powerful, but yet very dangerous at the same time, because you experience a lot of things. You done been tainted in some kind of traumatic way that you had to go through stuff like that. So when the devil really shows his ugly face, there's just really what you're going to do. What are you going to do? Just put some more traumatic stuff on me? Ain't like nothing has ever been done to me before. You had to go through the ultimate. That's the reason why you're showing so many different people the power of change can take place if they just allow it to take place. And that's the reason why it's so hard for you to forgive, because they don't want you to forgive, because they know that's the act of God. They rather have the act of the devil be walking around here than the act of God. There's a power of 7. My dad even has a song of 7. If anybody knows, who my father was, there are a lot of people aroused on that song of 7. Keeps coming up to me, or if God is one of us. He didn't make that, but he sung that. There was something about to present itself to us, the second coming of Christ. I don't know what it is, who it is, or whatever, but it's about to show his face. They had to go through changes just like we all had to. There's a lot of things that we had to purge ourselves from, what was no longer needed in our lives. And just from those traumatic things that has taken place in our lives, that's what purifies us. We're allowing ourselves to walk. We're more powerful than we give ourselves credit for. And you're allowing yourself to see that, because there's a lot of things that you had to go through just for you to be able to see how powerful you can be. Like I said in the other video, if you didn't experience these things, you would have never know how far you're willing to go to transfer. They're getting so many downloads. It's like, it feels like your face is pulsating. There'll be certain things where you can hear certain pitches. The pitches of ringing is going, because you're going through different dimensions. Hell, when you go through meditation, you jump in portals. You go to sleep, you're astral projecting. Especially if your children are multi-gifted, autistic. Oh, they're doing 10 times worse than that. They're like that little boy off of what is the Incredibles. He's like they're like that little baby, pew, 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 and just going around. And when they're in their spirit vibe, that's it. They're gone. But everybody is rising within their power. We're becoming one. We've always become one, but we're coming. We're all going through a lot of things. You're seeing things for what they truly are. You're triggering a lot of people because they want to stay in their mask of illusion while you're reflecting your truth, and they don't like that. They want to be able, they like ignorance is bliss to them. We're not happy because we see things for what they truly are. And that's why they're like that. There's a lot of people that want to be into that, or they want to have a closed mind. They want to be negative. They want to be racist. They want to stay hateful. All they say is just like me. Just in the vision of it gives me that Kevin Spacey quote from Usual Suspects. Is like the greatest trick that devil ever pulled is telling people he didn't exist. But people seeing the devil walk around here all day. But when you start believing in what God can do, that's where all the power comes from. All the things that's taking place. As soon as I said that, my daggone phone lit up. So it is just like all the things that are coming. It is just crazy. Just like when I do videos, they make me speak on something and boom, it happens. I was just talking to my friend the other day, and I told her it's just my gift. I don't. I'm blessed to have the gift that I have, but the only thing of my gift is when I see transitions of people's death that I don't like seeing. The last one was that before this, I was telling her about plane crashes, and then boom, not even an hour later, there's a plane crash in India. And it's just the fact is I wish I knew about these things, like exactly where they were, so I can see if I can stop something. But it's just like neither here nor there. If it's supposed to happen, I can't do anything about it. But I just don't like being able to see things while it's in that transition of transitioning, So it's like a lot of things that's going on in our lives to where they're putting your powers to good use. There'll be certain things that you'll be able to give somebody an answer to. And then the next, a few days or maybe a few weeks later is just like you're coming into completion with what you're saying. I've had a lot of people, I can talk to them one-on-one and I'll say something. I'm like, maybe it don't make sense now, but you may come back to me and tell me, hey, you remember when you told me that it happened? I've had a lot of things like that, or I've been in my videos where y'all can see me. You see where our lights just start flashing as soon as I say certain things. They needed you to be able to see that. So it's just like when you can see me within my zone of seeing, my different gifts that I have, it will allow you to see, being able to see you and reflecting your power on what you can be able to do. And, and they're becoming stronger. You're folding into dimensions right now. That's that frequency we have that is going in from the divine and is connecting throughout the collective is something very powerful. And it's like with us all being over the world and just connecting like that, what do you think that can be able to do? It's kind of like in a world order, but it's in a positive way. And that's the stuff that, universe is guiding us to do. You go through so many hellish situations to still come out. They always say, us as angels, we done went through hell all the time and still come out as angels, and those are what makes you dangerous, but also powerful because you've seen hell. You embrace that through all the things that you have done. And I'm trying my hardest not to get emotional because I can feel y'all's energy. There's a lot of y'all that have went through a lot of things that you don't speak on. There's a lot of things that, you will open your mouth up just to tell somebody your story, and it can break somebody's heart, and try to understand, how are you able to still live with that type of burden on you? We've done it so many times, and this time is different. It's really different because it's reflecting on other people. It's creating change throughout other people. And for that second coming to come, that's some powerful stuff. And that's some really powerful stuff, and I'm just like, I was just talking to myself, and when you talk to yourself, and it's like you get that confirmation with all hairs like standing up on your arms, getting that chill going throughout your body. And that's letting you know you're raising your consciousness, and it's giving confirmation that you're on the right path. You're talking about things that you really need to talk about. You're facing a lot of things that's hard to face, and a lot of times when you're coming close to something, the devil wants to sit up here and steer you away. They'll bring people back into your life that they don't have no good reason to be in your life. They'll find your weaknesses and bring that back into your life. They'll find something that'll steer you away into out of your path of righteousness, and because they don't want God to win. It's like God always says, it's like always you want to see God's humor. Tell him your plans. He on. It's like a big chess game with them two, and he always trumps it. No pun intended. He's gonna win that. It's like he's gonna win that. So there's these different things are going off in the world, but like I said, you can see the good within evil. When you see so much love that's going around, where people are all coming together, for justice of a person who has lost their lives through some kind of senseless act, which could have went a totally different way. There comes the love and compassion for that, and it's sad it has to take something like that to happen, but that's the only way it can make the world wake up, is by something very traumatic. It's also going through a spiritual awakening. So, they're preparing us. It's like on a need to know basis. It's like that second coming is soon to present itself when it comes within us, and they needed us to get prepared for that. Something's good gonna come out of all this crazy stuff that's going around, because everybody in the world had to come together one way or another. They had to reflect on a lot of things that they chose to turn an eye on, turn their head on, ignore it. There's certain things they held on to. There was no reason for you to ignore. There's a lot of things you're looking at you're confronting your monsters in your closet up under your bed, and that's something that you're walking away from. You're letting go of those things that's been holding you back. You're becoming the best version of yourself by the second. And when you're allowing yourself, there's a lot of times we become hard on ourselves because we feel like we should have been over something, or we should have been further than what we are now. Everything is a divine plan. You're unfolding. You're taking those veils off. Now it's like they've been snatched off for you to go down that path, but now you're releasing them yourselves. And that's some hard stuff to do, because you know what you're dealing with. You have a lot of burdens that you bear that a lot of people don't know about. You cry behind closed doors. You've been purging a lot. It hasn't been easy, but when you can show the gratitude of the change that's in the making of you, that gives you an emotional, emotional shift, where you can see, even though you felt like you may not have to deserve that to go through that, but it's just when you have that strength, because a lot of people go into that victim mode and want to, every time they do something, they want to be able to blame that situation, but then when you can allow yourself to see the traumatic experiences that I went through in your life, all the things you have lost, and being able to turn that into a positive, that's where the strength comes at. You can blame somebody all day. That's easy. But what are you getting out of that? Except, it is going to get to that point. Like I said, with my situation, I can't, keep exploiting those people for what they did to me. Yeah, they did it. But I don't need, that's up to God and the universe, how they're going to decide to do that. My business, where my path is concerned, is about what I choose to do after all these things that I've done. What am I going to do? What major positive changes am I going to allow to take place throughout that traumatic situation? Because it's like it brought me towards this path of being able to open my life up towards the world, to be judgmental for it, but also learn a lot from it as well. And that's what I rather stay focused on. What am I about to do with what I'm doing now? I don't want to keep going back to that. It's no longer important in my life, even though it is important. It's no matter what, I have to constantly keep talking about the better part of me, what I'm trying to bring to the table, what am I trying to change, what am I trying to get other people to reflect on the things that's taking place in their life. You know what is taking place in your life. You know what has wounded you. You know what has held you down. But what's really important is about how you're going to be able to use that to catapult you towards something bigger and better, being the best version of yourself. And then when you get to the best version of yourself, be something that hasn't even been discovered yet, which is what you're doing now. And that's what's important. That's what is guiding you towards that utopia of whatever you're trying to create. We're all co-creating of what we choose to create. You have that power to do that. You have that mindset. If there's something that's going on, you can be able to alter that, because your powers are so strong. Whatever you choose to focus on, if you choose to focus on change, you're manifesting change. It's going to be like that. But if you manifest heartbreak and sorrow, you already know that mess will come rock the boat with you real quick. And I know you're getting tired of rocking that boat. You know, it's time for you to go towards bigger and better. You know what you want in your life, but it's up to you to be able to keep going to get it. You know, you don't want to keep leaning on, you know, what has brought you here. You know, you want to use that as a stepping stone to get towards better. So yeah, prepare yourself for that second coming, because it's coming. So y'all, this is my last video for today. I'm so tired. You know, I still got some other stuff I got to do, so I got to recharge for a while before I do what else I need to do. So I will see y'all on my next video. I might do a video tomorrow, I might not. It just depends on how it is. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Queen, Kimmy Queen, Carlos Parlatella, East Coast Girl, Samantha and Jackie, Love and Joanne, Adi, and B-Dub. Much love to you. Good to hear from you. And TB Love 49. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Much love. Drop a line. I would love the chance to hear from you. Share, tell somebody about the channel. They may find something they can relate to. What else? If you need to get in touch with me privately, you can find my information on IG in the description box below, because I leave that information there. If there's anything saying that's me, other than that information I give you there is not me. You can find me on Facebook at Rosalind McCoy. You can, you know, get in touch with me there on Messenger. I don't use my main page. I know there's been people been friend requesting me there, but I don't use that main page. I only use that for Messenger. So like and subscribe, share, tell somebody about the channel. You can get in touch with me privately, as I said, is to network and help you have a deeper understanding about your spiritual path and purpose. And that's all that is. And it's confidential. So if I can't tell you word of mouth about what it is that you're curious about, I always find information to give you a deeper understanding about your path of purpose. So I will see y'all another day. Much love to you. My prayers go out to you. You know, whatever you're manifesting, I hope it comes 100 million times more than what you asked for, prayed for, even expected, and the same as you receiving it. Know you are truly loved, highly favored, and forever blessed. And knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. Even through social distancing, make sure you're giving out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. And I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be wild.